Okay, today I am intending to work on configuring a lot of the server. So to begin with, I'm going to start working on actually making the nav mesh, which is probably going to be the most annoying part of actually making it. So let's hope that I have successfully cleared the old nav mesh, because I don't exactly want that to be around. Yeah, here I was just getting actually just subscribing to this add-on. It's very helpful. Because it just makes it much easier. Anyway, what am I looking at? That's not code that you guys really should care about. Well, for now, let's just put this stuff up. So, yeah. So this is pretty much all that's left to do. Map system is literally just now integrating that into the map, which is why I am loading out the Osiris map. So that's that. Items, I think, are basically done. We might have some things here and there. Council seats, don't know why I dragged them in there earlier because I wanted to do them, and then someone started talking to me, so I lost that. And then the store system, I just need to make it so that if they are at a certain amount of time, like a certain amount of items under in their inventory, they just get a bunch of new items at a random amount and then add them to their inventory. Because yeah. And then you also have the text entry, which needs to be done for that. Anyway, so we're in. So, easiest thing that we can do is we can load up our roulette stuff. This is a suggestion I didn't wipe the nav mesh, which is definitely not a good thing. How do I wipe nav meshes? Anyway, let's start by just going through every area, because I was doing this. This actually looks generated. Yeah, this actually looks pretty good so far. Like, it's a generated nav mesh, and maybe it's easier than I originally thought. I forgot to turn that setting off. Yeah, it's really annoying. Okay, like, we don't need things like this on the top. But if it's there, that would be a good sign. Do I have any, Dortico will be fine. Now I need to figure out where this nav mesh has come from, because it feels like this is good for this, at least this planet, but it's not proper good, because very likely it'll probably get stuck here. Actually no, maybe it won't. Yeah, there you go, see, it's stuck. So like that needs to be fixed there. So like now, I mean now, like here it's fine. But it seems to be having trouble getting through the doorways. Yeah, I got a bit confused here. I really should take off the damage of that Droidica. Let me do that right now. Let's note the image, because I don't remember where the Droidica's saved. But yeah, as you can see, like, he's good for testing purposes, except for his fucking size. His size is way too big. And the fact that he actually kills me. Which isn't a good thing, really. But I think that's a bit, yeah. I've also noticed there's one of the big things about this, the fact that I'm doing the streams a lot more now, is that I started whittering to myself a lot more, which in my opinion isn't that good of a thing. And you've got a bunch of messy sounds, bunch of messy sounds, bunch of messy sounds, bunch of messy sounds. There you go, just turn off that. So now no matter how many times he tries to kill me, he doesn't. Which is nice, so there's no point having that much here, but it's still nice to have one. Next place we want to check. Is this tattooing? This is tattooing. I don't know the very well. It's probably evident. So if we have a look at this, this is not. So we mark as walkable. So this appears to have a decent generation. Decent. Like you can see it'll get really confused around here. Like they don't need to understand at all what this is. Because there's no point. Like, no need for high detail. It does mean they'll go around there. But like this is not that great. You can just see that it's kind of been all chopped up and it's a massive mess. Oh shit. That is not what I meant to do, but yeah, let's just do it anyway. So you're just trying to decide what areas are needed and what just aren't. I mean, the player can get up here, but if you think about what the next bot is trying to do, like there's no way like, you can jump to get up here, but it's not something which like anyone would do. And then it's just kind of a thing of okay, so it's saying it can drop down to these places, which like it's correct, it can. Let's see how the Joker actually handles around it. Okay. Seems to be handling fairly fine. Cool. Like I say, there may be some issues around here. As long as it doesn't actually go for that spot, like that will be a problem. Right here, it probably can't get through here. I think there's actually more of the droidica. There's an issue in the droidica than anything else. So like there's a chance they'll get stuck. Like right there. Okay, it appears at least more of this has been generated than I thought it had been. We don't need floor up here. I wonder how this handles teleports. Currently my next spots are not good at handling. I just feel like this would just confuse. You don't need a nav mesh there at all, because there's no way that anyone will get through there. The big thing with nav meshes is just you're kind of meant to simplify down the nav mesh and make sure it doesn't get too close to just things which shouldn't happen. Like, there's no need for it to know. Like, where does it need this space? Right here. It's not going to stand specifically there. I wonder why I couldn't go there. It's going to get stuck on these rocks here. Same with them. I could probably cut this in half a bit. Anyway. There's way too much detail around here. Which isn't needed. Like, sure, maybe in here. Again, you got the whole. Need to undo this. So no measures, they're not. The measures aren't hard, they're just a pain. That's that one done. Then we need to have a look at what else needs to be done. So with that, I just go with an easier, like, just can't be bothered nav mesh for now. Which I think would be a bit. I feel like that'd be wrong to do, because you've got everything else is quite. I say high quality, but then I write it myself, so. Yeah, definitely not that enjoyable. Oops. Yeah, that's a big cut away, I think. That need to be fixed. That's fine. So can you go here? Like I should just be able to stand here, and he's fine, but he's not. What's your stepping height? Like he just won't be able to understand this. Imagine. Like is there nav mesh in here though? That's a good question. There isn't any. I'm just trying to think. Does there need to be any nav meshing down here? It's more of a question. So there's a drop down, but that's all about it. It understands. You can see there that was very poorly done there. That bit of the generated nav mesh. So this is why you can't just generate a nav mesh. You need to go through just bits like that, which are just horrible. Just kind of like, why does it need that? Ooh. So I feel like this needs to be redesigned, because it appears that it hasn't thought at all about the fact that these are here, so it gets stuck on these. Okay, that's very interesting that there's only 2 points up to there. So you'll get confused there, probably. These are like the bane of me. That's actually an alright one. You just don't need that bit detail there, because you really want to be funneling them into a couple of spaces. Like, just that will get confusing there. So that looks decent. But this is probably going to be one of those places where it's like, it's really hard to do a nav mesh for this place, because of just how confined it is. Let's just not. That was a butcher of a path. That's better. Despite all the stuff. Yeah, I do know I haven't actually modified it yet, but that's not the problem. Ugh. Yeah, I think most people don't enjoy nav mesh making. Because it's a pain to do because it's just a lot of clicking. And you don't really know how it will turn out until after you've done it. But I think that seems fine so far, this area. So next area we probably want to go check out is the ladders over here. Ooh. But then, even then, my nav meshes aren't that great either. Like, oh, they're not that great. So, I mean, you've got the drop, which like you should be able to drop down from here. So that seems fine. However, here it's saying you can drop down, which you just can't. Just go through and again, delete the chair, and then the tops of the chair. That seems plausible. I just feel like Caravan is going to be 1,000 times worse. I really do. Okay, let's just do that. That one is toughened for now, so what's the command I'm looking for? Okay. So that one's done, you've bought that one. Yeah, okay, I guess we're going to drawing cars. Whatever you want to call it. Nothing. It's gonna be one of those ones which is like it's a pain to generate it for because of the caves. So I might not do a full generation on that one. So we looked at that one, we've looked at that one's been generating, that one needs to generate. And then we need to look at Korban. And the answer is there's strangely some generation down here. Which is like fine, okay. But actually up here there's a bit. Okay. That is interesting. So up here has been generated, up here has been generated. That is still just weird to me. I just attempted to delete something. Fuck. So got that one. Now, are these walkable? No, they're not. As I thought. There's a big problem here. Of the fact that this rotates. So look at that, almost spot on. So yeah, and this you can just see how like just poorly that was done. Anyway, so don't send the next bots into the pit of doom, definitely. And that's it. So let's do a nav generate as my computer. As my game starts to kill itself, so another thing that we do need to do is basically this stuff is like it'd be nice, but not for now. It's actually let's put that in future. Actually, both of these. Is the admin system. So I've got a design, or vaguely a design in my head for what we're going with. So the admin system, I've recently grown a big fascination in a kind of command list always on right hand side kind of corner of the screen. So I'm thinking, unlike with CW where it used the same command system, which led to some really hacky and soddy work, all because of what I did, I'm tempted to go with just a command menu on the right hand corner of the screen with a button for every single admin command. Or toggle stuff such as ESP. Is it ESP? I think it's ESP, something like that. Either that or player sense, whatever you want to call it. Then you'll have kicking, banning, warning, bring out of RP, probably God, and they'll be able to God anyone, but you can see once they're godded because they have a logo above them. I'm interested. Oh, that's how. So that's how you can get stuff. Ah. Yeah, it's still generating, so yeah. That's actually interesting. So why not? Let's look at paint and let's get some ideas down for what I'm thinking. Let's see for that or ooh, actually it could go down here. Because you're gonna use the same admin system, similar style. So you'd have like a bunch of commands which you press and panels open up for it, kind of thing. I can't be bothered to draw multiple, so that'd work. And then you'd have commands, so maybe in the panel, which is linked, all commands will have a list of targets down there. Then you'd have required fields, if there are any, and then like an activate button down here. Maybe a description of the command here. That works. So yeah, that actually works quite nicely for the panel, unlike the messy style that I regret that I had on Clone Wars. The Clone Wars admin system was a bit messy, to be honest. Then of course other commands will just be toggleable, so they'll just have a toggle option on them. and a lot of the admin specific config will be stored on the character variable, which makes more sense. So, and I'll have just a thing in the HUD which should see if the admins are there and if the panel is there, blah blah blah, things like that. So then I'm going to need to decide. So I think the base commands, like they just won't have access to the C command menu. Instead, it'll just release their mouse and unrelease it. But it'll still use the same like has command system is what I'm thinking. So I think probably admin characters, sure. Like there will be certain commands which will probably branch over, like kick and warn, for example. We'll probably also have a C menu equivalent, just kind of because they're kind of just a must-have command to staff. So that's what I'm thinking. And I just need to decide on what commands there are. Oh, I just realised I haven't even been showing you the paint. Yay, I don't know how long ago I had that. But that's a very crude and basic design. Oh. So yeah, it's generating the nub mesh still. Much to my annoyance, of course, but there's not much I can do about that. It's a nav mesh, so that will take time to do. Okay. So yeah, that's the design I'm thinking. And then we just need to go into more depth after that. So let's actually just put some text in here so I remember while I'm writing this. Hello, Vista. Cool. Alright. Okay. Yeah. 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 In the Q menu. It's me with Will to West. There's a spawn command. I mean, normally console commands is a good way to give devs access to it with no one else. But it does mean it's a more devy menu than, or mode, than like a nice user-friendly panel where you just click it. But there's what funkies. With AutoS, there's just an admin console command. There's no other system that I know of. The only other thing that I did for funky was his hotbar system. Huh? Okay. That was interesting. You there? Okay, he's not there. Probably should have been careful there if he hadn't gone. Still not responding. Okay. I feel like that's a good design. So let's just start writing this in a table somewhere. In JvS, because why not? I do have the admin commands here, but there too. Let's put it into CL HUD somewhere. Probably not the best place to have them, but let's just draw a table up for now. So we have name, so command name, what else? Description. Cool. So then we need a list of data. So I'm thinking data is a table, definitely. So description will have like /ends in it, blah blah blah. Players will be a function. Where it just returns a table of everyone that they can target. So for example, let's say you've got the access to the character modifier, you'll only have self. Then we'll probably have always visible, which I'm thinking will either be true / false, of course. So it's Boolean. Let's just make this command always visible. I think, is that all we need? SV func is equal to CL func is equal to so most commands will have so I'm thinking if there's toggle, so you've also got toggle, but if toggle it is, it will just run the thing. So we will send over the data that it takes. Okay. So that then gets sent to the server, which then we need to handle. Anyway, so data, what I'm thinking, so we look at data, you will have it'll be inside of something like this. So you've got type is equal to that. And you could have a list of possible options, maybe. But I think actually type and maybe description would work. But like string, num, things like that. That's not commented out. That could work. So yeah, that works quite nicely actually. And then this will be confined to just one panel. Oh, that's a lovely sounding thing, just to confine to one panel, not multiple. Like, I do need to write the whole perm system now, but that isn't that hard. So client side stuff is like friendly just kind of TPs and not TPs are kind of, yeah, you got loads of friendly stuff in that, and then server-side stuff is a bit more heavy-handed, so that'll be things such as creating stuff, and then probably I need a friendly system to handle like commands. So like often I had the client side is run through the panel. If there's a problem, but what I could do is a console command which is client side, which then uses a net system for server if it is a command, or it just easily opens up. It just works the same as the button presses. That could work as well. Okay, so I'm probably just going to write, like, this won't have all the stuff in there anyway, so admin hotbar. So we need to get the admin commands that you have access to. Or just do all the admin commands and then grey out the ones you don't have access to. There you go, that works. The local A commands are equal to so this will just be a system on 1 to something probably. Because why the fuck not? But then for X data in pairs A commands do. So this will be for creating the demo buttons. So they need to be cached, obviously. So we're going to cache them in a panel or just a table? Let's just cache it in a table. So do that. So local D button that's still not responding. So that's very annoying. How long has that not been not responding for? Ages, actually. Okay. Because I don't exactly want to load up a new version of Garry's just at the moment to test this, which is a bit annoying. Yeah, so like, I mean, this feels like this could work easily, so, well, this will work, and probably actually you'll just have if not, there'll be a close button there, I'd say. We can see how this goes up. This will probably center, based on height, so this will actually probably be part of the painting on the background, so I'm thinking, a simple, plain, blackish, black and white kind of background, like plain simple, bit of alpha in the background of the panel, some system like that. So now I'm thinking for spectate. So spectate will be a client-side one. So actually there may be two spectate commands. Do you know? Because it'll be you'll have position, so position will be a nasty one, I think. We need to do, oh no, because you just need to make a enum system for that type. So position will probably have a text entry. So you'll have a text entry there, but you'll also have a button. Same with angles. So you'll have a button and you'll have a text entry. Numbers and strings, you'll both have text entries. And I don't think I'm going to have any colours. So I don't know of any colours off the top of my head. Because let's see. Ooh, you'll need combo boxes as well. So combo boxes will need another command in them. So there will also be the option for data of a function in there, which will be called, probably involving the panel which has been created. So even though this creates two buttons, there's also a more hidden panel behind it, which handles all of this. So this one again. So again, this one has a panel there, and then this one has a panel as well. And there's also a panel there, which so that you kind of get the point. That's the idea. Wonderful. I know. So the fact that Garry's Mod is not responding is really annoying me now. So I'm thinking player. Probably for the player. I say give a fair bit of detail. So I think on the background, you probably want like a picture of their model, maybe, and the background, and then you'll have kind of like name. I keep doing that. You then kind of have a over the top of it. You have like name, faction, maybe compositions and angles. Yeah, that would work. So then I'm thinking for, yeah, so that'd be 1, 2, 3, that'd be a pain to do, but it's still doable. Like, I think certain things might... I mean, there'll be certain commands which are either toggleable or no arguments. So if data is nil, it would be no argument. No, because you can't do a command, because then you'd need to mark a player. Oh, is it that, or I can use the check command system as well. And that works as well. That would work, but that'd be very annoying. And just turn on some extra, more utility kind of style of stuff. And the reason why I am doing this right now instead of anything else is just because fellow Elite goes when it's not responding. And like, counter seats require the map active for the conversion table. Store system, like, I can do. Though that's what, 10 minutes, if that. Counter seats are about, I say, an hour's of work. Map system, I do need to get in the bind entity for that, but that I want to handle with a responding garage mod, so I can create the panel for it. Actually, I haven't designed the panel yet. What do I call this? Admin panel. Okay. So I mean, yeah, like, it's not. So I'm thinking maybe rounded rectangle. Because I mean, for some reason I'm really liking rounded rectangles at the moment. And it's kind of weird that, because I've never really liked rounded rectangles before, but I've suddenly really liked the idea of rounded rectangles. So I'm thinking, that's in the wrong place. I want that lower down. I kind of want to go in there. Am I able to shrink? Which will, like, fuck that up, but, like, yeah, I can. So, like, it makes that look ugly as fuck, but no, I want that to be good, I want that to be rounded. So there you go. So this is like a list of things. Then I want on the top there to be individual buttons kind of design. What the fuck has happened with the music? Yes, I'm still watching. Thank you, YouTube, for being so helpful. It's really annoying at this point that YouTube is doing that. Okay, so you'd have things such as probably equip. So there's be a list of these ships here. You click it, data, and then like I'm thinking buttons down here. I feel like this should just be a rectangle like that, and then you'll probably have maybe 2 buttons here, or 1, give or take. So you've got your ships here. So equip, should be here. I'm not sure what exactly I need, because I know like I need equip, ship, shop. Move shipyard? No, because this is the shipyard. Go down the lines, you'll have like okay, kind of things such as ship weapons, and then ship utilities, probably. I'm not sure if that's about characters, but that'll be that. And this will just then be like the data. And then behind this we have a wonderful rectangle right there, which will be, let's increase the size just because, yeah. That was not how as big as I meant to make it, but it doesn't really matter. It works. Then you just put the model of the item you have selected there. Okay, that's that panel done as well. And like, I love the rounded design, but it also doesn't really fit with anything else which is currently on the server. So yeah, that's a issue. But then that's always going to be an issue if you, I mean, when you spend almost a year working on something, your interests on it or the design you're working with will probably change. Because of course it's been almost, I mean, it's been 7 months since I did the start of JvS now to where I am now. So those things change. I just realised I don't actually have the live chat open, which is wonderful. Like, it's really nice that I don't have the live chat open. Let's have a look at if there's anything so far in there. Don't see anything, so that's good. No, that's alright. No, not really good, but it's alright. So I just realised I've actually had the audio mix turned off the entire time. So even though there's been music, no one's been able to hear it. Everyone is still not responding, hopefully. So yeah, that's that design. Let's make sure that's saved. So that's 2 panel designs. The string number, angle vector, and then combo. A lot of selection, probably more. Is better than that. So then we need to read the enumeration system. So we have the type, so let's say string. Okay, so this creates the thing with, so we've got P&L and then table is what is used for the creating it. So the panel is its base panel which is used, and then TBL is like the unique data attached to this version. So just as a whole, string is a nice simple one of fairly. It is literally just a text box. That is all it is. A text box which is used. Boom. Simple as that. And then the get data is literally just. Now you do need to put the text box onto the panel, which that isn't a problem. You just store it in the panel. So for example, local. Well, it's actually a text entry. Is equal to vgui.create d text entry. So do text entry. We cache it onto the panel. Ooh, that's looking good. So txb. We then set text, which we just do tbl. The description might get added a bit more. I don't know. Like you have a description of the function on the panel. Or in another panel. So you create two panels, I don't know. I didn't think that through. Alright, so D combo boxes are what are used. I have got another Discord message. I really should just try and get a second monitor at this point. Wonderful, Gary's mod still not fucking responding. Yay. Let's just set that for now. Oh, there's better methods. There are definitely better methods. Definitely, without a fucking doubt, there are better methods than that. TXB center, and then P&L dot set entry to TXB. There you go, done. That's, for example, how you do string. And then to get the data from it, it's just as simple as return panel dot text entry get value. There you go, and you're done. And that's as simple as it is for getting data from a string. Number will take an XP call due to the fact that you don't want a script error when taking the number out. But other than that, it is identical to string. I might say put string here or something, because the description will go above. So actually I might just leave it blank. There you go. So the entire list of them is, so angle and vector, I'll probably give them like a blank vector to begin with. And then as we convert again, both, actually all the rest of these will require an XP call except for selection. The selection will be a more of an interesting one, because I don't know off the top of my head I don't know combo boxes very well off the top of my head. But yeah. I also feel like that there's actually a chance that my Garry's mod has just crashed now. Instead of it just taking ages to not, just because it's not responding, and it just went white as I tapped into it. That's nice. Anyway, let's put a number in there. So, a lot of this at the moment is just kind of more of a pseudocode style thing. So data is equal to now, so xp equal takes two functions, which is the first one, and then the error. So this is what is ran when there's an error, so basically you just do chat.addText. Your entry must be a number. So then the thing is data is equal to to number there you go, and then never mind, that is the return you wanted. I just made it all one line. There you go. There you go. And then we're going to have a very similar system for vectors as well. For the get data part, except for the create panel bit will be different, because we're also going to have a button in here which is used to which we're just going to have somewhere over here. Well, we already know what it's like. This isn't what we need, but the other one. And then what that'll do is that'll just set the text on the text entry to be that vector, so, or angle. So basically it's kind of like use current position, use current angle. And I'm trying to make this more, like the last system was just dog shit. Like it really was just complete dog shit compared to like what could be there, because it felt more like you were fighting against the system multiple times, which is like why you've got things such as always active, because there will be commands which just no, they shouldn't be active, never. So for example, the admin sense system should only be active while you were on duty. Whereas things such as kicking, you don't need to be on duty to kick someone or to warn them. I'm also actually going to add in probably a separate kind of chat box system. I don't know how. I think I might. I mean, I'm going to be redoing chat box anyway because it's a mess. But I think I might make add mode be tab. Not 100% sure though. Who knows? Anyway, so yeah, like string doesn't really have a function. It doesn't care for function. Anyway, so that's number and string done. So let's move them into. The number isn't that. So string num. So now down to angle, vector, and selection, which are more annoying. So let's think. So we've got a button. Have a button. So if I just try draw this. I have a US keyboard on, don't I? No? Okay, so if you have that, okay, I think I've got it. So we also then minus h. So we also minus h minus doc border minus doc border. We don't center it this time. So we set our position to be doc border divided by 2, doc border divided by 2. So that should now, like, I'll test that when I get around to like the panel, I guess. Or should I put the button in for now? Put by the. That was illegible, probably not speaking. Local butt is equal to VGUI.create d text entry, no d button. As I'm saying, I'm not going with any real custom painting at all. So like this will be very, very bland, like, because it. I mean, to be honest, it doesn't need to be that advanced, but also, like, it really doesn't. So our size is h minus dot border and h minus dot border. Position is width minus h minus dot border. Let's try that. That might not work. And then dot border. Okay, if it didn't crash, it's definitely going to have crashed by now. So there you go. So who knows? Maybe the nav mesh didn't finish generating, but tough luck. P&L dot. So what is this? Is this vector? Yeah, this vector. So local player get plus. Like, there's a lot of repeated code, to be honest, but it's repeated in a way which is like it's fine. I think it's fine, but then that's me personally. Like, it could be worse or less now that I think of it, but also, yeah, most of them are just using text box for now, but we don't know what they're going to eventually use and all that kind of annoyingness. Anyway, let's go back onto this, and just work on the whole stuff related to do with what's the word? Yeah, to test this bit here, if it will actually load. Because technically what I'm just going to go is that the HUD won't load at all, and it'll be a very different looking. You'll have a much more simplistic HUD of just straight up numbers and all that jazz. And probably some other things on there as well, like data towards like what the Sabres has, maybe. Who knows? Like, you can probably get more detailed, but who knows? I can throw it out, please. They can probably see a lot of shit. Okay. So we've loaded out. We're here, so scriptura as usual. It didn't say anything about issues with that. Okay, that's interesting. Unless I accidentally glanced over it. Okay. Script error. Nope. Nothing loaded. So what that means is this hasn't actually loaded it yet at all. Well, there's just a massive script error, but I would have got an error there. So back to gem construct. And that will work. Then we can test the panel. Or not the panel, but the panels down there. Look how they look. And that's it, just perfect. 23. Huh? I can't read. Well, we know that updated it. that looks quite nice. So now oh, that's amazing. Okay, so it worked very nicely. Like, it's just down there. Like, they're really small, which is what I kind of want. Cause I think you're gonna have one or two, like, icon thing. So, with them just being that size, that's plenty. Anyway, so as you click it, you will open up a panel with a command. So there'll be a index attached to it, or a string. Index, string, index, string. There'll be a conversion thing for string to number, maybe. It's either that or how hard is it to actually count? Like, because like you know the command. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like, that's easy. And infinitely more. So function admin panel. So I'm thinking these will always be there. Like, if they're an always visible command, they will always be there. But if they're not, then they won't be. But no, yeah, as you click them for now, they just vanish, because it's a nice way to clean up old version copies of it. Okay then, so admin is equal to vgui.create. How big should it be? Let's try 800 by 400. No, that would be tiny. Let's see that. And that's not even where I do that. Let's do deframe for now, just because deframes are normally faster. But let's do, this is nice and all, but like, it's really bulky to write. Like, it's nice to just write small 3-letter things. So P&L will do instead. So P&L set size. I think 800 and 600 might work. Could do it. P&L center. P&L dot paint function. I'm not making it just correct. Like, there's an ugly grey, so you know. 153. Holy shit. I think that does just kind of suggest... Just how tired I am right now. Anyway, draw dot simple text command. Okay, so we've got cmd and then local db is equal to admin runs cmd. Then tb.name local apply okay, so we have the design, we had the design somewhere. Let's load up the design now. Okay, so this is what we're working on at the moment. So the panel is a lot smaller than I was originally going to make it, but it's not a problem. Alright, so we need to scroll now, so let's try 300 maybe, but it's not, let's be careful there. And then 550. 60. Scroll. Set pause 0. 300 minus 280. 20. There you go. So now I might do like a CL character or something, something which makes it nice and easy and lazy for me to do this bit here. So because you've got like the model, you've got their name, the position, blah blah blah, all this like random crap. I'll just do a dpanel for now. Dpanel, and this we cache onto the scroll. Let's go back to the scroll panel and recache this onto the panel. So the size is effectively 300. Dot paint function. So exactly what we're going to have is probably draw text, nice and easy. So name, player name, position, angle, And that's the... So now we go with font. So I think player font may be a bit too big, but let's try one of the OGC smaller fonts. Let's try that. Let's try score. Then position should be okay, so if we go with that. So for now it doesn't really, it's not that big of a concern because it's like, yeah. Anyway, so we put it into the do click of the X, so we get the panel created when they press it. That should give us an understanding. And on line 171, need a comma. One 7 no comma. Sorry about that. All these buttons are now invalid. So now if I can make the new one, so if now if I click that, I get a script error of PN 173. Panel. Panel. There you go. One 175. So it is something here. So actually that might have worked, actually. With that. Actually, that doesn't work. Okay. I think this is really, the background works, I guess, but it's a bit small if I intend to have data and then a description. Either that or like, I put the description up here. And I don't know. A position, and I want to redo positioning. The angles are always fine, like they're always small. But position, I'm kind of wanting to. Can I do a /n on it? Let's see how that looks. And it will increase the amount of space we use, which is fairly fine. Yeah, that works. So there we go. It's too, like, it worked, but it's too drastic, I think. It's actually really, it's one of those things of just, it's really easy to make, like just a hovering effect, like, there, done. Anyway, so I do need to do docking. Another thing I probably should do is move this position of 0 to like 10. Just so it's a bit better. Right, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. That works. So now onto the. So now you've got the other score panel to make, which is D score. Which technically doesn't need to be too bad. Let's do 300. Why not? Like, the description, I guess, can be cramped, and the command, like, but the button doesn't matter. But the command, like the description, it will be messy, but I think this kind of does take priority. Okay, so let's store this onto down. Okay, so anyway, so data dot in further down. we need to end description? No, yeah, description there, yeah. I draw it simple text. Ugh. Now we have a look at that. There you go. So now I have that, and it actually works. I like that. It's small, but then you have like a text box there. So now we do need another panel. No, the so looking at 300, and let's go with like a 70. There you go, so DAP, there you go. And then types, data.type, create panel, DAP data. There you go. So now if I click that, I get script error 23. That's not good. There you go, that fixed it up. That actually looks really nice. Let's load that down to 90. And I think that could really work. Actually, like that feels. If you load down to 20, of course. But that, like, look at that. Actually looks really. I'm actually surprised with how nice that looks. Like I'm thinking probably for dap dot paint. So I think I'm gonna go with that. Surface dot rounded box. I don't like using these a lot. I don't use rounded boxes at all, actually. So let's try like a 10. So we start on 0. I shouldn't have just copied and pasted, I should have just looked at the function. It would have been faster. So we know what's left, so it's just a height, width, and then a colour of white. There you go. So now I've got that in there. So if I now, so let's add in more data, of course. I mean, right now, like we only have. If we put in a second bit there, and let's go with like a vector. Something scriptors. Forgot the combo there. Now we open it again. So we now have a problem. That's a decent problem. This is too big. And that index is way too off. But also, that shouldn't be there. Oh. Because the dock is from the top and not the bottom. And that's what I want. That might then be what causes the teacher menu to go weird. Let's have a look at the docking on that. Because we do dock it, don't we? No, we don't. No, we do. Is it above the stuff? No. Comms menu. Comms menu. Just does a for loop through it. I'm not actually sure how it. I think it does a dock on the bottom, but specifically, personally, I don't remember. Anyway, go back to the vector stuff. We need to do that. Where the vectors are located. So vector. This means that vector and angle. Well, I haven't done an angle yet, but vector is wrong. So the size definitely needs to be smaller. Like, let's times that by 2 maybe. And then this, let's halve just that as a whole. There you go, let's try that. Nope, that didn't work that well. Why is it having so much trouble docking? That's just, for some reason the dock doesn't seem to be working at all. There you go. So yeah, here you have like a bit of detail about the command. Like this needs actually a, so it did need a divide on the vector. But it's just on that. Let's just go with that actually. I think that's all you need. There you go. That plus left is really annoying now. There you go. So you've got so now we have a, I guess you could call it procedurally generating. It's not quite procedurally generating, but the command itself is like, it's there enough that it's procedurally generated so that you can do it. And then I'm trying to think of what like if you take arguments in a console command, you could in theory do a string to that, go through the arguments. The last one, the main issue would be the combo box, which I guess it could compare to the data that it's using in the table for a chat command. So then you don't need to network it because that also then gets sent to the server. So that's probably what I'll be doing for that. So yeah, so like that's just that. This will then get handled. I mean, I could get it handled the same way, but I think a net system will be better for client side. There you go. So this is use current. But that's like very nice. So if I actually click that, soon expected. Do string. Okay, so I needed that there. Anyway, I do also need to set text anyway. Set text, use current. Current maybe. Let's say current pause. No, let's just use current. But I'll click that, there you go. So you get exactly my current position. And then so this is like the string stuff. So this could be I don't know. It does require you to pick a player. which I might change. To have like a pill paint, actually. There you go, pill paint. Because I think most commands they use players, yes. Some don't. Nah, let's give it a player anyway. If it doesn't have a player, it doesn't matter because it auto selects local player. So it's like, cool. There you go. Now I do need to put in angle and other stuff, but that is very decent. Okay, so the black box, which is currently being drawn, now needs to be turned from a black to a white box. No, to a black box still. What I meant is rounded box. The English. The wonderful English. So, I know we need to change that to black, so color underscore black. We don't need the surface that color there. And now if we reopen the panel, there you go. So I know exactly that there is a 20 difference. So if I go with a 10 and then a 1 on the end here, that will center it perfectly. There you go. I mean, this is ugly as fuck kind of thing, but it works. This feels like it will be very functional. So you can, so you've got a string, a bit of a name, you've got current position, blah blah blah. But you can't concatenate them, which is a bit of like a, you might want to be able to, but in the long run, for all the admin commands and stuff that are there, it's not the worst. I just should make this like a slideshow of images. I'll do that at some point. But yeah, so you've got that, current, and then, so the things we've got left are combo box. Wonderful. So you've got, so vector is done. Can move that over. So I'll probably call it selection instead of combo box, just because it's nicer to write out, and so other people which have no idea what they're doing can create the commands. Because I think this should be quite user friendly. Which, like, it is. I think. I might ask one of my friends who creates commands for things and see what he, I think he works with ServerGuard mostly, or ULX. I think also something else, and I'm just going to ask him what he thinks of this. How nice is it? I guess technically I don't need a toggle, and I can use args. So if there's like, no, because actually no, because there'd be no data. There you go. Oh, but there might be players. Oh. An empty table would be returned. So if there's no data and no things, then it'll just send the net message anyway. There you go, that works. So yeah, I'm gonna end the stream there. It's more of a shorter stream. Actually, no, I never got back to checking the nav mesh. We don't know if the nav mesh works or not. I can't do game mode. So time to see if the nav mesh actually worked. Because if it didn't generate, then sad face. Yeah, so you see it's generating through an actual top. So if I do a bottom, not sure how that will handle that. We can try. We can hope. I'll have a look at that later then. But I think it's a bit annoying that like I haven't got anything else done yet. But then I got a lot of work done on the map system today. Like we're now, like we've got the panel design, so we now just need to get the buying, stuff like that. I think possibly buying, we might need to get a list of stuff in the database, but we're not storing anything. So like you can't have a position, your ship stored in someplace, so nor do you have where you last were and stuff like that. So if you rejoin the server, you'll be in your new location. However, holocrons will get dropped if you leave the server and stuff like that, because it's basically just items you can't hold on to. Because technically I think it's a bit cheating to get a bunch of holocrons and then fuck off. A very good place to put holocrons, if you actually want to do that, would be to put them in a vendor, but then they are incredibly expensive to take out the vendor, like so expensive, and you really do not want that at all. Anyway, so let's just go with simple easy navmesh editor, because if there wasn't any navmesh there before, there will be now. So let's just decide what, like, we didn't actually go say bottom yet, so that should be done at some point, but no navmesh. Nice. Great. Very nice. Nothing. Hi. Oh, hi Doctor. I'm currently streaming. Ugh, the navmesh didn't generate. That is fucking annoying. So I've got most of the navmesh done for two of the planets, and then it doesn't seem to have saved, I don't think. And then the bits I was generating haven't either. Did I miss something obvious? Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna end the stream here.